Good morning and welcome to the Big Bear Yarns podcast. This is episode 11. I'm Anna, the dyer behind Big Bear Yarns and the designer of Anna Knitting Pretty. You can find me on both Etsy and Instagram at Anna Knitting Pretty. I'll try and put links to everything I talk about in the description down below. This, I've already said episode 11. This is my podcast where I'm going to talk about what I've been knitting and crocheting, pardon me, and reading. Hold on, shirt's fraying, getting caught on my thumb. It's an old shirt. Yeah, so I'll just get started. I haven't got as much progress as I might have otherwise because this is recorded on Friday when I recorded my last week, the last one you'll have seen, on Monday, and normally I record every Monday, but I'm going to be in Ireland, so I thought I'll record it on Friday with the progress I have, and here we are. So I have got some finished items, let me grab them. So these were the first ones, I think, yeah. So these were socks number 24 for 2025. If you've watched before, you'll know, but if you're new, I have set myself a goal to try and knit 60 pairs of socks this year. Last year I knit 49 pairs, and so I thought let's challenge myself a little bit more. So these are number 24 for the year. These are in a yarn called Mango Loco, which is a yarn by an indie dyer in Northern Ireland. Malton yarns, and they were knit on, like all my socks, on 2.5mm DPNs. These ones are 1x1 twisted rib, 20 rounds. I pretty much always do 20 rounds for my cuff. Yeah, since for ages it's always 20 rounds. These are for me. They're for me, yeah, always forget. Which means I do the heel flap and gusset, slip stitch heel, and I do 70 rounds for the foot, not including obviously the toe, because I'm a UK size 7. I did mess up sock number 2, yeah. So sock number 1 turned out perfectly. So I decided just to add a little bit of interest to the sock because I've been knitting so many vanilla socks. I thought let's just make it a little bit more interesting. I'm not a big pattern person. I just kind of go with whatever I'm feeling at the time. So I just added in a little garter bump pattern. So as this would be needle with DPNs, if you don't know. I knit with 5 needles, so I have 4 needles I'm working with, and the 5th one I knit the stitches with. So on needle 1 I would do purl 3 on the first round, then knit to the end of needle 1. Needle 2 I would knit to the last 3 stitches and then do 3 purl bumps, then just knit the rest of the sock. Then the next round, knit, then repeat that, so purl the first 3 stitches, knit to the end of the needle, knit to the end of the second needle, purl 3 stitches, then knit the second round. I do that so I had for 10 rounds, so I'd get 5 bumps. Then I just shift the pattern over. So on the second repeat of the full repeat of the pattern, I would knit 3 stitches, do 3 purl bumps, knit to the end of the needle, then I would knit 10 stitches, purl 3, knit 3, knit to the end of that round, then back and forth. So on the first sock I did that perfectly. I didn't interrupt my pattern at all. You can see it, I've been trying to show it the last few weeks, but when they were all kind of scrunched up and not blocked you couldn't really see it, but I think you can see it a whole lot better now. So this sock I didn't interrupt the pattern at all. It is exactly right all the way down. Oh, hold on, no, I don't think I'm blown out too badly. Sock number 2 is a different story. I messed up, mainly on one side and then on both sides at one point. So side number 1 up to the top of the heel flap worked out perfectly. I did it exactly right to here. The second needle, no. So I did the pattern, I did a pearl bump, forgot I was meant to be doing the pearl bumps down here, shift them back over. I thought, okay, I'm just going to finish that bit as I'd done it, because I'm not going back and I'm not going back and fixing it. That's not going to happen. So I was like, okay, I will finish that bit as I'm doing it, and then the next one I'll figure it out and I'll do it right. I didn't. So here's the one pearl bump. Right, you can't see it quite as well with how variegated the yarn is, but obviously these are meant to be here. And I went and did another pearl bump, forgot what order I was doing it in, and did another one in the wrong one. Then, after I'd picked up the gusset stitches for the heel flap, I forgot I was doing a pattern. It's just gone from my mind, not a clue. So there's a patch of like 10, it's only like one of the repeats, one of the 10 rows I forgot here where it should have been, but they're just for me. And knitting is meant to be fun. It's meant to be an enjoyable hobby to do, and I'm not so bothered by things like that I'm going to go back and rip it all out and redo it. Hold on one second, Dita's scratching. Hey, boo. Hey, baby. Could you just lay down, sweetheart? There you go. I'm not going to be too long this time because I haven't got that much to talk about, so. Yeah, so socks number 24. Pop them over there. And I told you last week I would get some socks off my needle, so I won't keep talking about the same ones over and over and over and over and over again. And I did, see? Oh, on my hairs. Yeah. Socks number 25 for the year. These are in Yarnsmiths Merino sock. Let me just grab the tag. Oh. Okay. I thought I might as well do it properly, as these are the last time you'll be seeing these socks. Not the last time you'll see the colourway, because I do have 47 grams left of it, so they'll be going into some other socks. So that's pretty true to colour. It's Burgundy. The colour name's Burgundy, but it doesn't write it on there, but I did check it. And the shade is 2K085. There you go. So these are for my sister. She, obviously if you've watched before you'll know, because I mention it a lot. She likes soft socks, so I'm just knitting her soft ones. I bought a whole, no, you can't see it. No, well, kind of here. A whole load of plain Yarnsmiths. I'm going to try to stay on track today because I've got so much packing and things to do for tomorrow and getting stuff ready to go, so I really have to crack on. I can't start again even if I make a mistake or go off track. So I have to keep going and get it done because I'm a bit disorganised. I'm not disorganised, I'm only going for, let's not go off on a tangent. Stay on track. You're doing okay so far. 10 minutes in. Yeah, so these were 2x2 twisted rib. I've never done twisted rib for my sister. She has quite a high instep, so sometimes if there's not enough give in a sock, she won't be able to get it on. So I'm not going to knit her another pair in twisted rib until she's tried these on. Her birthday is in September, so I'll probably be giving her a whole stack of socks. She's got more socks currently in the sock box than my mum. So I've been concentrating mostly on getting some for my mum in there, which I have done. So I think at the end of the month, with what, I've got 2 more pairs to add in for my mum. So, but I've got one more pair for my sister, so I think she'll still be ahead. But only by one pair, so it'll be fine. And maybe not, maybe my mum will have another pair of socks, because another pair for her are almost done. So socks number 25. So that means I've done the socks I need to do for this month. So any more are just extra, which is because 60, 5 pairs a year, 5 pairs a year, 5 pairs a month. So I've completed that, which is good because I was worried I wouldn't complete it in time. And with being in Ireland, I can't fly with knitting needles. Although, I'll put these aside. So, I don't think there's anything else to say about them. Yeah, just short ones. Anyway. Yeah, so that's all my finished items, just so that section's done. I'm gonna have a sip. So I've posted some DPNs to my brother because he's flying from Gatwick, and Gatwick Airport allows you to fly with knitting needles in both your hand luggage and your checked luggage, and he's checking a suitcase. So I ordered some and sent them to him, knit prosing, because I know they don't bother my sister with like clicking. And so I'm going to be casting on, might as well, no, I'll show you at the bit where I get to that. I'll show you now. So I'm going to be casting on in Ireland and bring in this yarn. It's one of my yarns. I thought I'll just put that in before I tell you how pretty I think it is, so you know that I'm not unbiased. Hold on. There we go. Oh no, it's really blowing. Hold on. There. That's a bit better. Yeah. This is Jenny of Oldstones, which is a Game of Thrones colour from the song that Florence and the Machine sang for the final season of Game of Thrones. Although I did actually prefer the version from the show, which was when Podrick was singing it. I preferred that one, but I do like the Florence and the Machine one as well. So this is what it looks like in the skein. Let me take the band off. There we go. This is what it looks like in the skein. It is deep gold with like speckly grey and pink, and then like this deep mauvey purple. I'll undo it so you can see. I love it. I really love this colour. It's like all my favourite things. So I'll be casting those on when I get to Ireland, and we'll see how far I get, because that's the only knitting I'm going to have with me. I was thinking, should I take some more yarn with me, but I'm not going to knit a pair of socks that quickly, I don't think. It's hard to say, because normally I split my knitting time between so many projects that it's hard to say how much knitting I can do when that's the only thing I can knit on. Be interesting. So yeah, Jenny of Oldstones, I'll be doing a sock sample of that. I don't know who they'll be for yet. I'll figure that out. I'll look through what everyone's got. I do really like that colour. I mean, I will have enough left to do, oh gosh, another pair of socks, so yeah. That colour. So now let's get on with, I've only been working on socks this week. I haven't picked up a crochet hook, or I've been saving my crochet for the journey on the plane, because it'd be about a 4 hour flight, and waiting in the airport. I haven't got any knitting, so I thought I'll save all my granny square making for the airport. So I haven't done any crochet. That's all waiting to go. I'll show you what I have been working on, because I've done some work. Well, I think all my socks. So it's just, these are scrappy socks on Knit Pro Zing 2.5mm. and I've just picked up, I haven't done any more rounds, just picked up the stitches. Oh, let me drop my bag. I didn't have a sip of water, did I? I thought, why is my throat so dry? I just had a sip of water. I didn't, I forgot. I don't normally talk this much, so my mouth, I'm not used to it. I get a dry mouth. So I thought I saw something in the mirror. Anyway, yeah. Picked up the stitches for the gusset decreases. This is in Deep Stash yarn from Little Big Craft. I did check their shop last week. They're based in Scotland, and they still have some very pretty yarns, and I've been more than happy with the colours I've got from them. I've got several more colours I bought when they were on a really big discount, so you'll probably be seeing that later in the year. But they only have very few colours left in their shop, and if I wasn't on a yarn buying ban and heading into a no spend month, I might, but I won't. So Little Big Craft on Etsy, I will have linked their shop down below, and it was in the description of the previous one. Then this one is a colour by the Woolyback. Again, will be linked down below. I don't know the colour name. I didn't buy this. This was a birthday gift from my sister, the Woolyback. They don't appear to have much yarn in their shop at the moment, but I couldn't find their website because last time I looked, they had a website and they'd closed their Etsy shop, but their Etsy shop appears to be open, but I can't find their own website. So I don't actually know if they have a website with yarn in it, but there was currently no yarn in their shop, just other things. But I've linked it, and I remembered actually from last time I didn't say this one's a BFL, a Blueface Leicester sock yarn. Then there's my colour, which is Lavender Lemonade, and then there's my colour, which is from my Christmas sock sets. And is that all the colours I'm using? Yeah. So what I intend to do, as I've picked up with the Woolyback colour, I'm going to do, I can't decide 100%. I think I'm going to do the Woolyback for all the gusset decreases, and then I'm going to weigh the yarns and see what I need to use the most of. What did that cat knock down? Hold on 1 second. Oh, just a book. Fairy, could you try and be a good girl? Hold on, let me go and grab that cat, because there is a glass lamp up there that if she knocks down, oh, she's going to be in trouble. 1 second. Hey, you can't do that, little lady. No, you can't. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here, you bad cat. This is a bad cat, but we love her. Oh, she's dribbling on me. Cats dribble when they're very happy. Not all cats, but this one. So, I'm not sure what colours I'm going to pick up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh the yarn to work out what I need to use the most of, because they're scrappy socks, all of it's scraps, and I want to get as much use out of them so they all get as close to or below, or whatever is closest to being below 10 grams once I've done the socks. Oh, hold on. There we go. This is Fairy. Fairy. Now look at the camera, Fairy Bear. Hey. Oh. Yeah, so closest to under 10 grams as possible. Oh, she's really dribbling down my arm. You're so cute though, Feyre, even though you're dribbling on me. As a sensory thing, water dripping down my arm is just the pits. Ooh. Yeah, so hold on, let me just put her down here. Maybe she'll be better behaved. Or maybe she'll skedaddle off to mischief again. I don't know. Fairy, stay here, baby. Come on, sit down here and be a good girl. There you go. See, you're on camera. You know, she loves being on camera normally. Hey, you're a good girl. So, I'll put these away. Put my needle back in the bag so I don't lose it. She appears to be staying. Good. Might have to track her down again. So these socks are nearly done. Sock number 1 is complete. Sock number 2 just needs the toe. So I'll probably have these finished. These will be finished by the time I record next Monday. Which to me is not next Monday, it's Monday after, but for you, next Monday. Rose tea, I'll go into more detail of these next week. The yarns will be linked down below. This is all my own hand dyed. Rose Garden, Pink Skies and Aphrodite's Blush. Here's rose tea on the sparkle, which is very sparkly. Only available in sock weight on the sparkle right now, but I will be re-dyeing it more next month or so. I'm going to do a bit of an inventory overhaul in my shop, and I think I might be doing a bit of a large discount sale next month on some of my yarns, but I'm going to do an inventory and work out what I want to do. Basically how I intend to end that sentence. So we have, as you saw last week, sock number 1 done. Sock number 2, I am down to the heel flap. This is Cascade Heritage. Cascade Heritage and colour number 128. These are for me. Back to 2x2 regular rib. Do like, I'm just back on, I might even try doing soon just to see how much I like it. How much I like the finished item with it. Not how much I enjoy doing it, because I won't enjoy doing it. But I might try doing 30 rounds of 2x2 cuff and see how that feels to wear and what it looks like. How many of those I will do. Look at that cow, she's up to mischief. Hey, 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 good girl. Be good. Be a good girl. Okay? I know. She's a demon, but we do love her. Baby, have a look. She's not really interested. Oh, maybe she is. Have a look. Okay. So this is a new cast on because I have 2 needles spare because I've had 2 finished items. So new item number 1. I keep finding after I've recorded and I go back, hold on, my nose is itchy. I'm slightly allergic to the cat, so whenever I hold her, I get an itchy nose. I'll be fine. Yeah, I keep finding after recording, I pull my socks out, that I've ripped my needles out and there's those stitches just hanging there free. So I'm trying to be more careful. So this is a new cast on, knit on Addy Premium 10cm needles. I did a 2x2 cuff and I'm doing the leg now. These are in my hand dyed, the Zinnia sock set, which is a 90-gram sock set. It's a bit messy. This green one is so messy. The purple one didn't come out too badly off the yarn winder. Zinnia, perfect. I've got, this is sock set from my shop. And I do still have some of these in stock. And I'm thinking I'm going to do something slightly interesting with these ones, because again, I'm getting a little, not 100%, like most of my socks will remain vanilla socks. So I can just mindlessly knit while I'm watching TV and things. However, I'm thinking I might do something a bit more interesting with this. So I'm going to do 20 rounds leg, then I'm going to do 10 rounds with knit 2 in the main skein, purl 2 in the contrast, in the purple, do that all the way around. Then on the next round, do the start it with the purl 2, so the purl bumps move back and forth each round. Then do 5 rounds of this, then do 5 rounds of this colour, then do 10 rounds, so you'll have 5 bumps, do the 5 bumps in this and this, then go back into this and then do the heel flap and gusset in this, and then do a similar thing on the reverse, so mirror it, but instead of doing bumps I might just do the colour, so in stocking stitch. I don't know if that made any sense to anyone. Is she cleaning her, no, she's just cleaning her tail. She's trying to clean that bum. Cats, you can't take them anywhere. So I don't know if that made any sense, but that's what I intend to do if I remember. I keep thinking to myself, I have to remember that's what I intend to do, because this evening when I sit down to knit, it's very possible I'll just finish, but pick it up and know I've got like 20 rounds. I've got to finish the 20 rounds in the colour, but forget then that I'm meant to be just doing 20 rounds and end up doing the whole leg. So I'm going to try and remember very, very hard. That's what I need to do. So this one, I've just finished the gusset decreases, done the heel flap in the blue. You see, I didn't do anything fancy for the colour change a bit. So there is a jog all the way down. I'm not bothered. It doesn't bother me. I know some people it does, but I'm not bothered by it. So yeah, those ones, not a massive amount of progress, just the heel flap and the gusset decreases. And I'm sorry if you can hear her, because she's very loud with her licking in my ear, but if I tell her to go, or if I tell her to stop, she'll leave and stop causing mayhem somewhere else, so it's better she just stays. Ow. My hair got stuck in the drawstring. Great. Oh, yeah, no, these are new. The new cast on Knit Pro Symphony needles. What it looks like. This is a Stylecraft, I think. Let me get it out. Yeah. Stylecraft Head Over Heels All Stars. I just bit my tongue. Not too bad though. I think it'll be fine in a second. This is shade Saltaire, which is 3917. What did they do that, isn't it? I don't know. Give it a go. Oh, it's got a picture of what it's meant to look like. So yeah, I'm just cast those ones on. I probably won't get a huge amount of work done on a lot of these socks before the next episode because I'll be in Ireland, as I've said so many times. Broken record. But I will be taking a pair or two in the car with me to do some knitting on the journey to the airport and the journey back from the airport. Because that'd be a couple of hours. That'd be at least like 3 or so hours of knitting time, so I get quite a bit done then. So I'll work out which ones. Nothing that clicks too much because my sister will be driving. We don't want to really annoy her. So probably these ones are probably a good one to bring because I haven't done very much on them. So I've got the whole leg to go, and I could just say they're for my mum and do 60 rounds. So I don't have to worry about heel flaps or anything. Yep. So they're a new cast on, and this is it. Now the last one for my cast-ons. What I've been working on. These are not a new cast on. So these are in Knit, no, not Knit Pro, the needles are Knit Pro. Honestly. These are in Stylecraft again. I think these are Stylecraft Head Over Heels again, or Walking in Nature. I've got the tag, let me grab that. Oh hey, could we not? Is that possible? Is it possible to just not do that, my love? You're so cute. Oh. I don't know how anyone doesn't like cats. Head Over Heels, Walking in Nature. So I did. They are Head Over Heels ones then. Oh no, what's she up to? Oh yeah, in Dilly Dally, because Stylecraft put the name on the tag. Love that. Oh no, don't chew things. Don't chew that. You saw that. 3117. You gotta watch out for her because she's a real no survival skills. She would rip apart and eat a plastic bag if you left her to it. Excuse me. So yeah, you gotta watch out for her. She's pretty, but she's not always the smartest. That's this colour, which is really knitting up in a very, very pleasing way. I decided not to interrupt the stripes too much because it bugs me so much when you just have one tiny little strip of the colour. So I cut the yarn and put in a contrast heel, which I think goes quite nicely with it. This is in a paint box yarn. This is a paint box colour. She's gone. I'm almost done, so it should be fine. So I'll see roughly where I'm going to end up at the end of the sock, whether I want to put in a contrast toe. Like if I'm coming to the end, if I sort of might get to the point where if I cut out a small portion of the yarn, this will end up at the same spot. So I don't have to wind off a whole load of yarn. I'll just end and add this colour in and do the toe, maybe do a couple of rounds of the foot and the toe in this colour. However, if I'm like midway through, you know what I mean, I'll just see how it's going for that. Rambles. So that is everything I have been working on. Put these back in the order I took them out. So, because I always say how I'm not type A, but I literally just work through the socks in the order they're cast on. So I'll be like, the sock I'm working on at the moment is which one I'll be working on today will be this one, because this is the one I was working on yesterday. So once I've finished the gusset decreases on this sock, they will go into the bottom of this basket here, which is my TV knitting time, and I'll work down my basket from top to bottom. So when one of the things that needs like a cuff or a heel flap or any of those more complicated things, I'll do when I've got more, when I'm more alert. So they'll stay separately, and then once I have done those things, they go into the basket down here at the bottom, and I work through them methodically. So I'll do like I'll complete one section before it goes into the next bit. So that leads me on to the yarn for next month, because it feels weird doing it now because it's only like the 23rd here, so I've still got in my head ages before I have to think about next month's yarn, but I don't, because this will be the last podcast of May. So, and this one will be cast on in May, and then I've just got one more colour which you can't see, but that was one of the ones, that was a paint box yarn that was picked out for this month, which, considering the rose tea socks will be cast off before the end of the month, which will be the first time I think this year I'll have cast on all of the 5 colours of the socks of the yarns I picked for the following month in that month, and extras, because I had 2 left over from last month that I've cast on. So that'll be 7 socks I've cast on this month. I'm pretty proud of myself with that. I don't think that's going to continue every month, because it's the first time it's happened. But yeah, a win is a win. So let's show you. See, this isn't yarn, this is stitch markers. I was thinking, because Stansted seem to be so odd about knitting needles, I didn't want to take any stitch markers that are like the little paper clippy type light bulb ones, just in case they don't let me take them. I've got no stitch markers, so I was thinking, I've got these ones I made ages ago for my shop, these little guys. Oh no, stop moving. No one can see you if you don't stop moving. Okay. So I've got these little guys that I made in various colours, and that's just like an earring fastening. So I was thinking, if I just grab a whole load of like these type ones and take them and use them as the stitch markers for my socks, there'll be nothing wrong with that. Although this is just a jewellery fastening, this is just earrings, you can take earrings on, you carry on. So yeah, I think I'll just grab a whole load of these and take them with me, because I don't want to end up there having to count every single round. Be very unpleasant. My makeup doesn't look too bad today, I don't think. This is one of the new colours, which is quite good. The tangent, but I'm going for it. I bought a new makeup last week, which was the lightest colour they had in their range, which actually I didn't realise they had to begin with, because in the pictures on the website they don't even show the lightest or the darkest shades in the pictures. So I thought, oh, they start from like a 2. That's not great, that's not going to be light enough at all. And I looked at the 2 and it was definitely someone who has some level of tan. That's not me. So I clicked on the drop down list anyway just to see, and they had 0.5, which is what I got. Cool tone, still too pink. I brought it all the way down my neck, and there was like a little ring that was slightly pink. So that's not bad necessarily, because we are heading into summer, and even though compared to a lot of people I will not be tanned, I will for myself and my winter skin be tanned. So I think at that point it will actually work quite well. It was a very nice formula, so I can't remember what it is. I shouldn't have even brought it up if I can't remember what makeup it was, but I'll show some other time. So the yarn I'm meant to be showing you, I popped it in this little basket here to be organised because it's scraps. Normally I would just grab some skeins, some like some stuff from my yarn cubbies and pop them on a shelf, but scratching myself. But this is all, I'm going to just do scrappy socks this in June because my scraps are getting out of hand. Like this, another scrap to go into the scrap bowl, and the scrap bowl is already way too full, and this is with stuff taken out of it. So let me show you. So this is a leftover, I made a full pair of socks out of this, and I had those left, loads left. Were they contrast ones? They must have had contrast, they must have had a contrast colour in them. There's no way I would have that much left if I did a full pair of socks. Okay. So this is, I don't know what the name is, I can't remember. I could go on my Etsy and have a look, and if I do find the name, oh, it's got cat hair on it because my cat sleeps right above my bowl of scraps. So, what was that? Ooh. Magpie came into my garden. I've got a pair of magpies that come into my garden. I call them Kim and Kelly. Kim is the male one, and they're these big magpies. They're enormous for magpies, and they're so cute. I love them so much. I've mentioned previously, if you're new here you won't know, I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with corvids, so all of them, the magpies, crows, jackdaws, rooks, ravens, all of it, absolutely obsessed. Maybe it's my little gothic heart, but I love them. They seem to be extremely polarising. Some people hate them with a passion, but I love them. I feed the magpies that come into my garden. I give them cat biscuits and peanuts, and they love it. And I always refill. There's this old plant pot out there which was like one without holes in it, so it fills up with water, so I fill it up, and they sorry, I'm getting distracted because they're so cute. And they drink from it, and they eat the little flies that breed in the water, and they also go and take food from other bird feeders and things, and like dry bread and stuff, and they pop it into the water to soften it up so they can eat it. And sometimes he'll, like, I say he because he's the bigger one, Kim, he will drop a big chunk of dry bread into it and then fly off, go and get more food, and then eat the softened bread. They're just, oh, they're so cute. I don't know how anyone can hate them, because they like mess around with Odin, because Odin likes to pretend to chase them, so he like hops along the garden at them, and then the bird like he'll fly and sit on the fence, and as soon as Odin turns around, he'll like land right behind him and like make a sound, and it's just so funny. It's like a silly game with them. It's just so nice, because previously our previous neighbours who lived on the other side, she had so many cats. She had probably like, I think maybe 8 cats, and they were all like outdoor cats. My cat is a house cat. And they would just kill everything. They would constantly be just like ripping the heads off of slow worms. Like, you'd find so many dead birds. Oh, like wood pigeons are just such gentle, silly birds. And there'd just be dead wood pigeons in our garden. Birds with their, like, you know, it was horrible. And so we didn't get birds in the garden, really. The magpies, one of the little black cat, who was, I mean, they're lovely. They're just cats. They're just doing what cats do. I have no issue with them, but I don't think they should be out and about like that. I think, for me, it's crazy. Like, I love my cat so much. Like, there's no other pet animal that we would just be like, go on, skedaddle off and do whatever you want to do, and I might see you again. Like, you wouldn't let your dog out like that. You wouldn't let your rabbit just wander off. You wouldn't let your horse just out your front door to, like, why do we do it to cats? Anyway, yeah, So they used to try and do it to magpies, but the magpies would have none of it. They would get that cat like up in the tree and not let her leave, which, you know, I fully support, because she was trying to kill them. So oh, I got distracted by birds and I went on a tangent, didn't I? Oh well. I can't help it, they're just so cute. I just love them. Like, they're such personalities. If you've ever just sat and watched birds, especially things like corvids that do have a much higher intelligence, like corvids are up there with humans and monkeys. Rats are also very clever. Like magpies and ravens and that, they pass the mirror test where they can recognize themselves in a mirror. They don't just think it's another bird that they're going to have to attack after they've had a couple of minutes to work things out. They realize they're looking at themselves. So they are very intelligent. Back to what I'm doing. Sorry. I'm going to stay on track for the rest. I will not be distracted by any more magpies. Yes, this is from Malton Yarns. Again, I think. I think it is Malton Yarns. It's been like up on top of this cupboard here. I've got my big crochet bowl full of my yarn leftovers. It's not really a scrap, is it? It's about 60 something grams. My big bowl with leftovers are over 50 grams. So I think it's Malton Yarns. I will have a look through my orders to try and pin down what it is. Pretty sure it's There we go. That's better. I'm pretty sure it's Malton Yarns, and it is one of her seconds, so it's like a one that went slightly wrong, but it's lovely. Oh God. There we go. And this is from Little Big Craft. This is another one that is a merino cashmere nylon. So I think I'm going to, because I've got a full pair of socks in this colour. I think I've used this as well in contrast with another sock. Or maybe not, because they were very long socks I did for myself. I did them for myself because they were special. But they made a really pretty pair of socks. So I'm thinking pretty good to do the cuff in this colour. So this will be one, because I picked 5 colours for each subsequent month. 5 colours, 5 pairs of socks. So the second pair will be these 3 colours. These are all like a rustic type, whereas they're quite a soft one. So this is a West Yorkshire Spinners Zandra Rhodes colourway, I think. I can put the colour in the description. I probably won't put it in this one necessarily because I won't have cast them on yet, but they will be, I might do, but I might wait until I've cast them on. Then this is a drops, what is the drop sock one called? That was great English. What is, my brain is just, what is the drops sock yarn called? I think that makes sense, but now my mind is all muddled. Oh gosh, it's got so much cat hair on it. I don't actually have what's going on there. Just getting loads of alerts from Etsy with like a loudspeaker picture. Someone's messaged me. See what that's about once I finished. Yeah, the cat doesn't go near the yarn I sell. Just to make that clear, I've just suddenly realised I'm sitting here showing you guys yarn to buy, and I'm like, oh, everything's coming to cat here. No, this is yarn that's just out that the cat can get near. The yarn that's to be sold, but this is all just my yarn to use for myself that she can go on. The yarn for the shop is kept separate from the cat. Just so you know. So this is Drops Fable in a burgundy colour, and this is my own hand-dyed it was one that didn't sell, so I added that to the shop. Socks number 2. Socks number 3 for next month will be this for my sister. I'm going to do some stripes of this. These are both Yarnsmiths Merino sock. I'm going to stripe that one way or the other. I don't know how yet. They'll be stripy, I think. I think she'll like these as stripy ones. And then I'm going to do some Christmas socks. So these are all West Yorkshire Spinners colours in Christmas that I've got left over. So this one I think this is Candy Cane. Then you've got Silent Night, which is a sparkle. Then you have Vintage Tinsel, I think. And then this one, I can't remember that one. So it's 3 sparkle and 1 other one. So I'm going to do some stripy Christmas socks. I'll definitely have enough left of these 2 to pop back into, but I'm hoping these 2 will definitely be used up and in my blanket. And then the last pair are my own yarn. So there's this sparkle, which is my colour River, which is a Christmas yarn I dye. I only dye it at Christmas. I still have some in stock, but once it sells throughout the year, it won't be dyed again until probably October time, because it's a Christmas colour. So to me it is, it knits up as well so pretty. It's an all over turquoisey aqua, and it's just got so many colour speckles. It's got green and pink and purple. Oh, honestly, dyeing it takes forever because there are so many speckles that go onto it, and it's just these light little speckles that just meld into the yarn. And then I'm going to do this as a cuff. Oh, I don't know the cuff, but it'll be in there. And this green, so it'll be these colours. These are all my own colours. Yeah, River is from the song River by Joni Mitchell, which is my favourite, well, one of my favourite Christmas songs. But, you know, I wish I had a river to skate away on. So that is in my shop currently, but once it's gone until closer to festive period. I'm just going to pop all these back in here. I think I'll remember what is meant to go with what. Probably. We'll see. Pop these here. So I think that is everything. Yeah, I think that is everything. Oh, I did decide on some things. I'll just do that quickly while I'm here because I'll have made some, oh gosh, because I'll have done a lot of work on this by the time I see you guys next. So I've decided for my granny square cardigan, I always call it a cardigan, just a goof like that. Do I call it that in public? Yeah. Cardigan. So, I haven't done any more squares, I've only got the 5. But I will be doing a load of these. I need to actually neaten these up, and I'm going to pop them into the bag I use for my bedtime socks. I'm going to take that with me to Ireland, so I'm going to pop them all in there because then that'll be big enough. These, and it zips up so it's a bit more secure with nothing falling out. So I'll take that on the plane with me and get a whole load of these done, hopefully. And I'm going to do the joining colour. I'm going to do 2 different colours. I'm going to do the joining colour in grey because I think that would be a really nice neutrally join. And then I'm going to do the cuff and all the ribbon in that in the red. So just a quick update on that. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. I'm going to take, I've been reading more of the things we water, and it's so good. so good. But I'm not going to take that to Ireland with me because I want to be able to re-savour it, and I don't want to be distracted when I'm reading it. So I'm going to take this one, finish this off like when I'm over there, and I can give a proper review on it if anyone's interested. Yeah, I bought it, I might as well try and finish it. It's not awful, it's just not captivating me. So I'll take this with me, I'll read it like maybe on the plane a bit. I've also started listening to, what is it? A Curse Carved in Bone? Something like that. I mentioned it last week, I'll put in the link below. By Danielle L. Jensen. It's very good so far. Definitely liking it. It's living up to book number 2. The plot's just trundling along. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. I'm not going to keep going. I'll try and keep this under an hour, which I've done. Although, what did I talk about? Oh, yeah. What did I talk about for an hour? So, thank you for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I've had a few this week, which always makes me so happy. And thank you to everyone who was already subscribed and has remained subscribed, because that doesn't always happen either. The count will go up, and suddenly it will go down again, and I just think. But thank you. Again, lost in my own head again. And thank you for watching, and have a good week. Bye.